Hey, Kira, thanks so much for talking to me about how you're going through this. But first, I wanted to ask you, how are you? Well, first of all, I want to let everyone know Kira's been a friend of mine and a fellow performer for many years, and she's been very awesome creative and runs her own business and also employs other women and you know, I just definitely want to reach out to her and see how she's doing because I know this is her life, the gig economy. So thanks for talking to me. And basically, Kira, how are you personally doing right now?
Um, right now, like I said, I'm okay. In this moment, I am walking my dog. It's a beautiful day out. Um, my body's healthy. I still have groceries in the fridge. Right now, I am good. It's these little moments that creep in throughout the day where I realize I am not going to be okay, possibly in the long run. You know, the now is very difficult to focus on when your source of income just collapsed overnight. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm not quite sure how I will just get back into the economy, you know, by picking myself up by my bootstraps or developing a new creative way to exist. Like this is very devastating, and I think that hits me um, now with like more frequency, the anxiety. Um, so that's my life, is this weird illusion of like I'm okay, I've got shelter over my head, but the creeping feeling of, well, when is shit really gonna hit the fan for me? um is
Tell me
haunting.
about how it's impacted your business.
Oh, well, 50% of my income is gone, to put it lightly, and that is the business that was directly affected by the CDC's mandated closings of, event venues, nightclubs, restaurants, bars. That is not including, my other business is probably just going to be affected by fear or lack of people being able to participate in the economy. So I'm expecting even more of a dip with my other business, even though I'm very fortunate to have it. Um,
And what's your other business?
I'm a cosmetic tattoo artist. I tattoo permanent makeup, eyebrows, eyeliner, and lips. And this is really wonderful for me to have as like another one of my like main hustles, because I regularly sterilize against pathogens. I'm trained to work in conditions where I kind of assume everybody has like tuberculosis and hepatitis. And I have actually at my disposal lots of things like masks, gloves, minimal contact when I work. So I'm keeping that operation going um, for as long as I can. But I can definitely say that like the consumers who would regularly purchase this are now acting, less and less, participating less and less in the economy.
Got it.
So
Got it. Do you have what's your idea? Do you have a plan right now on how to face this, or if you don't, that's cool. What are you going to do moving forward from here?
I am applying for unemployment benefits. I feel like it's the only option, um, because I need income relief. And then the other methods in which I am picking up work where I can will probably be services like Lyft and Uber Eats. I actually did that one year. I experienced a dip in business, which occurs, kind of, you can anticipate them. So I've driven for Lyft before to supplement my income. But I also have friends who are driving for Lyft, and it's not that great right now because people aren't going out to events. So you really have to go to like one of the catering things where people are ordering food, and ordering food is really expensive. So I don't imagine how people are doing that sustainably.
Yeah.
Um, and then one of the other things I've been pretty open about is turning to sex work, things like cam girl modeling. Um, I do have like an active subscriber list, and since everyone's at home, that is benefiting me right now, and I may invest more into that for my own sake. Other types of work I'm looking for. I mean, creatively, this is a disaster. I feel like people aren't going to be purchasing costumes because they have nowhere to go in them. But those are my two main thoughts right now. Is just some previous gigs I've had in the past, and the unemployment benefits. I'm really banking on the government understanding that we need income relief now and passing something like universal basic income, which is a idea that I fought for a really long time. And unfortunately, it took this kind of scenario to make us realize how flawed our economy is for people like you and for people like me. 78% of Americans can't handle a $400 emergency expense. I cannot handle the next 6 months of financial insecurity in the most expensive city in the US, or one of the most expensive cities. I mean, my rent alone is $2,000. Even if I got $1,000 a month, I would still be drowning.
Understandable. I'm really sorry. Do you how are you getting by? Do you have anything you'd like to say to the rest of the world right now? With any advice, any thoughts moving forward?
Yeah, so I want people to know that I did everything right as an entrepreneur. I understand how capitalism works, and I exploited the things that I was really good at, and I made a life for myself that was sustainable, that provided to the community, where I hired other women around me. I don't know if you know where I kind of came from, but I escaped a financially abusive situation with my father, a physically abusive relationship with him as well. And all of the talk about picking yourself up by your bootstraps, I did that shit. I was on welfare. I've been on SNAP benefits, and I worked my way out of those programs. I was cleaning houses for 5 years. And that's where I first gained the financial independence, was my own cleaning company. And to be at this wonderful place in my life where I'm in the city that I love, doing the work that I love, and to have it all taken away from me overnight. I cannot, I can't, it's all out of my control. I have no parents to go to. I'm the only one who takes care of my own ass. And you can still do everything right and end up in a situation like this. It's maddening. It's so maddening. I know what poverty looks like just from experience. To have to live with the stigma of taking out your SNAP card and stuff. And I'm supposed to be living the American dream right now of being an entrepreneur. And I was doing really well. I was actually investing so much over into my business. I have the most wonderful relationships with nightclubs who are giving me these dance residencies. I have creative freedom. And I didn't do anything wrong. And it's all gone. And I'm really,
I get it. Hang in there, Kira. It's I really feel you telling this story is not only going to bring awareness to what you're going through, but to what we're all going through. And I know this was tough. I know this is tough, and it's going to get tougher. But
right?
hang in there. You're so fucking tough, Kira. You're so tough. So.
and being tough is really cool. But I kind of feel like I shouldn't have to be.
Yeah.
you know, like I already survived a lot. And so yeah, like I guess I can do it again, like, but I don't know, it's hard for me to look at my quality of like tenacity and like feel good about it, because I know that it like there's suffering in this. Um and I was really trying to work myself into like a place of abundance, you know.
Mhm.
um I think as a someone who's very isolated from, you know, family connections and stuff, I was really looking forward to a day when I had my financial situation figured out enough where I could invest my love and my energy into my family and my friends. And I haven't been doing that for the last couple of years. I've had my head so deep in my business because it is the only way that I can stay free, is to be financially independent.